fans, I'm Hannah. And sure, I get scared a lot, but at least I look cute doing it. And welcome to Panic TV, where fashion and fear meet. Okay, horror fam, if you're into this, and this, the next movie is really your vibe.
Our story begins in a small town, somewhere in northern New Jersey, in an old abandoned movie theater. Legend has it that inside that theater is where the monsters live.
This looks so cool, especially with the title screen. This is awesome. Hey, should we try to go inside? Heck yeah. It's locked. Hey, let's try it run back. Hey, Cody! The door's open, come on!
You don't belong back here, kid. What's your name? Take it easy. I'm not gonna hurt you. Yeah, check this out.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a collector's item, in fact. A relic from the days of those old black and white science fiction movies that kids used to love watching so much. Yeah, you keep it.
Really?
Yeah, it's better suited for someone with a young person's imagination anyway. So what's your name?
Jack.
Jack, I'm Colin. I run the projector in this place.
I thought this place was closed.
Don't let the locked doors fool you. I admit it's been a little slow going lately. People thinking it's more of an inconvenience to go to the movies than the magical experience that it used to be. The smell of freshly popped popcorn. The hush that falls over the audience when the lights dim.
I watch movies on my phone.
How would you like a taste of the old days, Jack?
What do you mean?
I mean, I take you on a trip back in time. Back when movie theaters enjoyed huge crowds, packed houses, and the endless echoes of cheering and applause. A time when the silver screen was really made with silver.
Cool.
Hey, how about some popcorn?
Wow. Thanks. Didn't see that coming.
And if you did, would you have tried to change anything?
No.
Of course not. It's too bad Dr. Serling didn't have you around to give him some advice. Maybe things would have ended differently for him.
Are you ready, my dear?
I'm ready, Dr. Serling.
Consummate professional, aren't you, Miss Wells?
Doctor, what you have achieved will change the course of human history, literally. Working with you these past 2 years has been incredibly inspiring for me. I'm in awe of you, actually.
Miss Wells, I don't know what to say. Once I set the system, you'll feel a mild vibration in your head. Nothing alarming, but it'll be quite noticeable. If at any time you feel panic or discomfort, you can board the jump by using the switch on your armchair. I wouldn't allow you to do this if I didn't believe it was entirely safe. I would have taken the first trip myself, but I need to calibrate these instruments once they're activated. After that, the machine can be operated by anyone at the controls.
I understand. Don't worry, Robert. I'm not afraid.
Perhaps this isn't the right time, but you know how much you mean to me, Karen.
This isn't the right time, Doctor. Why don't we continue this conversation upon my return?
You're right. I'm only sending you 5 minutes into the future. Once you are there, you will have approximately 20 seconds to make mental notes of how you feel and what you see before the device returns your consciousness back to our time. From my perspective, you wouldn't have been gone for more than an instant. You will return at almost the exact moment you've left. Good luck, Miss Wells.
Miss Wells!
Are you all right?
I'm all right, Robert. It worked.
It worked? Karen, how do you feel?
A bit disoriented.
Here, let me get some water. Here, drink this.
Robert, it was amazing. Like an amusement park ride. You're a genius.
Karen, what did you see? What did you see, Karen?
I saw us standing here. We were kissing. We were happy. I've known how you felt about me for some time now, Robert. Traveling into the future only convinced me I was right. I feel the same way. I have ever since the very first day we met.
I love you, Karen. Karen?
Yes, Robert?
I thought you should know I received a call from Dr. King last night. He heard about the progress I've been making with the time invention, and I invited him over this afternoon. I know you two were once involved, and I didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable seeing him again. It's just that he's one of the brightest men I know, and I couldn't resist the opportunity to hear his analysis of my work.
That's quite all right, Robert. I did love Stephen once, but that was long ago. We were both so young and I was quite impressionable. Besides, I can boast the most amazing scientist in the world as my future husband now, or is it future traveling husband?
Let's get the equipment ready for demonstration. I think it's time I test out the machine myself.
Robert, it's wonderful to see you.
Stephen, it's been far too long.
I hear you've invented a time machine, old friend.
Come in, please.
So, what is it you've got, Robert? Tell me everything.
For years, my colleagues in the field have been experimenting in ways to bend time and space in a way that would allow the physical being to travel from one point to the next, pinching two ends of the fabric of reality together, creating a doorway. If successful, any man could step across the threshold and find himself in the future or in the past. However, I found this technique impossible to achieve. How can one simply defy all that is known and restructure the universe to our own design for our own purposes? No, I needed a new approach. Something science is more familiar with. The human brain. Instead of distorting the space around us, why not instead distort our perception of the space around us? Have you ever heard of astral projection, Stephen? Science has never been able to qualify the soul. With this formula and the assistance of a navigation machine I created, I can stimulate your consciousness to a point where the human form is no longer required. A state of being where your mind and essence are free to travel outside the barriers of the human host and into the deepest layers of reality, time, and space.
Fascinating. Gee, Robert, how did you discover this formula?
Years of research and testing. It was no easy task, my friend. It has its limitations.
Such as?
One can only travel into the future. For some reason, the past is inaccessible. Even with the guidance of my instruments, I can't seem to navigate the mind into what has already happened, only what will happen. Honestly, I think it's a blessing. Knowing one can visit the past might tempt one to change the present by altering the past. That's a dangerous endeavor with unknown consequences. Now, affecting the future by altering the present, now that is something we do every day, with or without a time machine.
But what we do every day isn't influenced by what we know to be the consequence of our actions.
Now imagine if it was. What if I told you that cigarette you're smoking would kill you? What would you do? What if you can warn victims of a flood that's taken the lives of hundreds of women and children to flee before a single raindrop falls? Is that so terrible? Is that somehow dangerous?
And when will you conduct your first test?
It's already been successfully executed.
What?
How would you like to meet the world's first time traveler? Dr. King, you met my assistant and recently announced fiancée, Ms. Karen Wells.
Stephen, it's wonderful to see you again.
So the rumors are true. The one who got away got engaged, and to this old stiff of all people, you look beautiful, Karen. You haven't changed a bit.
Thank you, Stephen. That's kind of you to say.
Congratulations.
Ms. Wells here recently traversed into the great unknown between space and time.
5 minutes into the future and witnessed to events that had not yet occurred.
Amazing. Simply amazing. And quite brave.
I had to calibrate the machine during the first jump. Mrs. Wells here helped me develop the project and knows the process is perfectly safe.
No side effects, Karen?
None. Aside from elation, I foresaw our engagement, and upon my return, it unfolded to the detail.
I see. You mean Robert proposed? I've never known him to be so bold.
Stephen, let's not waste another minute. Soothsayer waits.
Soothsayer? I'm impressed, Doctor.
Not yet, Stephen, but you will be. Miss Wells. It's 3 p.m. I'm setting the destination for 3:10. Short jump. In the next 10 minutes, you will see with your own eyes my image appear like a ghost in this very spot. My journey will only last an instant. So following my return, I will stand with you and watch your jaw drop as my predictions come true.
Godspeed, Robert.
I won't be longer than a blink of an eye.
Robert, are you all right?
Yes. I'm fine, dear.
God, Robert, you frightened us. Did it work?
Yeah. Will you both excuse me for a moment?
Of course. Are you sure you're...
I only need a moment. Please, Karen, right now.
Robert, is everything okay?
Stephen, what's your intentions here?
My intentions? I'm here to see the result of your work. Is this about the jump? What did you see?
What's your intentions with my fiancée?
Rob, are you serious?
Deathly serious.
Rob?
Karen, please tie Dr. King to the time chair.
What's going on here, Robert? You're scaring me.
For what I've seen, you should be scared. We should both be scared for our lives. Now, please, do as I ask. There's no time to waste.
Robert, this isn't necessary. Just tell me what you saw. Why are you doing this? We can change the future. You said it yourself.
I am changing it. Now tell me why you're here before I kill you.
Kill me? Why would you kill me? What did I do?
Robert, please stop this. You could be having an adverse reaction to the time travel, and it could be affecting your behavior.
I wish that was the case, my love. But our prisoner here is destined to commit the heinous crime of murder.
What?
That's right. I can't divulge any further what I witnessed. But I am firm and confident that he is the antagonist.
Robert, this is pure madness. You must see that. We've been friends for over 20 years.
And you've been envious of me for 15 of them. Did you truly come here to bear witness to my success? Or were there ulterior motives? I want the truth this time, Stephen.
You've got me, Robert. Always a little foolish, never a fool. I heard about your engagement, and I admit I was jealous. The news about your work on time travel sounded like your ego had gotten the better of you, so I never took it seriously. I just used it as an excuse to visit you. See, Karen, I was hoping she would remember what we once shared, what she means to me, what she has always meant to me. I never stopped loving you.
That's quite enough, Stephen. I knew your felicitations were less than sincere.
Darling, I need you to tell me what you saw. Please.
I wanted to spare you the grim details, my love. But if you must know, I saw you lying dead on the floor no more than a few feet from where we now stand. Murdered by a love-scorned madman who couldn't accept the fact that he lost your heart long ago. Perhaps it was a realization that my discovery would propel us to fame and fortune that drove his murderous rage. Or perhaps it was sometimes during our demonstration that a sinister intention took root into his black heart, maybe taking my research for his own and leaving no witnesses behind.
But Robert, Dr. King is not that kind of man.
I'm not, Robert. Damn it, man, I'm not!
No man is a murderer until the day he commits murder. Can't you understand, Karen? I've seen it with my own eyes. The Soothsayer showed me. It was all validated when I saw Dr. King here strangling me to death with his bare hands. A look of pure insanity painted across his face.
My God, Stephen, why?
Robert, this is insanity. I will not be subject to these accusations any longer. Please allow me to leave.
I'm afraid not, Stephen. I have you right where I want you to be to ensure our safety.
But are you really safe? If, in fact, you did see me murder you, then I am destined to do exactly just that. And despite your greatest efforts to prevent it, it will happen.
You might be right, old friend. Perhaps it's best not to leave anything to chance. No! Karen, no! No, I'm so sorry. This is all your fault. Why didn't you die like a man? I'll kill you!
tragic.
Why would he do that?
Dr. Serling couldn't live with the consequences of his actions. When he tried to change the future that he saw, he unwittingly caused it to unfold. Or at least that's what I think happened. Time travel stories always kind of confuse me. Now, in the case of one Scott Wills, he suffered the consequences of someone else's actions. Someone from his past. And does that sound fair to you, Jack?
No.
Yeah, me neither. But it makes for a damn good story.
You can't do this, Margie. What happened? Where is Kenny?
You have to take him and keep him here. Don't let him come home with me. Not ever. Promise me, Ginny.
Margie, please. The boy needs his mother.
I am begging you, Mike. You raise him. You raise him right.
Mom?
Damn it, Margaret.
Scotty, I have to go now. You're gonna stay with your aunt and uncle for a while, okay?
Why, Mom? Where's Dad?
He left us. He's gone, baby. I can't explain it, but I love you, Scotty.
I want to go home.
I love you so much.
Scott?
Jay?
What are you doing?
I'm taking a 10-minute break. I just finished tearing up the last of the carpet in Olivia's room. Check this out. Brought it down from the attic. A ton of old photos of my parents. There's even a few of me in here.
Yeah, that's great. But we need to get the bedrooms done by Monday. Olivia starts school next week, and I cannot stay at my mother's place any longer. I am done with Baltimore.
This place was covered in carpet. Tearing it up's no easy job. Let me finish sanding upstairs, paint her room. You girls can move right in. Now, follow me, young lady. I got something to show you. Upstairs.
Upstairs?
Upstairs. Come on. Come on. Careful.
All right.
Careful. All right. I finished our room this morning.
God. Our room is done. Oh, yay! Oh, our home is almost ready.
Yeah, the bedroom's done, so...
Well, can you at least carry me over the threshold? Oh, God, watch your back. You need to talk to Olivia.
About what?
Ever since you inherited this house, she's been asking a lot of questions. She wants to know why your mom never asked to visit. Or why you never talk about your father.
Because I barely know the truth of it myself. I mean, what am I supposed to tell her? That I hate my father for leaving us without so much as a goodbye letter? Or that my mother, in her infinite wisdom, decided that the solution to becoming a single parent was to abandon me with her sister and then live the rest of her life as a recluse?
No, I wouldn't suggest that. Look, your mom had pictures of your dad all over this house when we first got here. I mean, it doesn't seem like she had any ill will towards him. Maybe it's time you forgive her and him.
I forgave her a long time ago. I did. But him, leaving without an explanation, whatever his reason, it was wrong. It was just plain wrong. And the last thing I want is Olivia thinking something like that will happen to us.
It won't. It won't.
Promise?
Promise.
Okay. All right, well, if this place is gonna be ready, I have to get back to work. You go home, tell your mother you're all grown up and ready to move out on your own.
Oh. All right. Just, I'm gonna lay here.
Yes.
5 more minutes. Okay.
All right.
Good luck. You okay out there?
Yeah, I just got a splinter. Good morning, good morning. I smell burnt toast.
The burnt omelet is almost ready too.
Wonderful. Hey, Liv.
Hey.
So how was the first night in our new house?
Oh, amazing.
Really? Come on, kid, I put a lot of work into that room.
Olivia, your father suffered a devastating injury getting that room ready for you.
This is hilarious.
take me out. Okay, fine. Bye.
Bye. Have a lovely day. Mwah.
Go talk to her.
Olivia, hold up. Your mom says you've got some questions about this place, about my parents. Something bothering you?
No. I don't know. It's just... We never really visited Grandma. I mean, not once. And now we're living in her house.
Okay, well, that's fair. But Aunt Ginny is your grandma. And she loves you very much. And as far as this place goes, well, Baltimore just wasn't right for us anymore. And your mother and I had been talking about moving for quite some time, but then we got the call about Margaret's passing in this house.
I don't get it. Why didn't she ever want to see us?
My mother wasn't well. Okay? She barely left the house. She kept to herself mostly. I remember once when I was a little boy, I was much, much younger than you. And I asked Aunt Ginny and Uncle Mike, why doesn't Mom raise me herself? Why doesn't she love me enough to raise me herself? And they said, no, your mother loves you very much, but sometimes when you lose someone, the child that you share can be a painful reminder of that heartache. And for some people, like my mother, it was just too much to bear.
So, your father leaves her, and she's so bummed out she leaves you. That doesn't make any sense.
You're right. It doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense back then. It doesn't make sense to me now. I don't think it was an easy choice for her to make. I think it broke her. I think it broke her heart, her mind, her spirit, and she just didn't recover. But the thing is, kiddo, that's all in the past. And we're here now to start a new life for ourselves. For you, for me, Mom. And some questions just don't get answered in this lifetime. I'm okay with it. For you?
Yeah, but you would never leave us like that, right?
Hell no. If your mother keeps burning the toast like that, maybe.
Okay, I've gotta go.
All right, go. Learn great things, young lady.
Yeah, bye.
I love you. Livia's good. She gets it. But all kidding aside, this thing is really starting to hurt. There's still a small piece of the splinter stuck in my foot. I tried to get out this morning with a sewing needle, and it's just in too deep. And now everything's starting to swell and get stiff.
Well, I told you, tough guy. Go to the doctor.
For a splinter, really?
Well, you could always wait until it's too late and have it amputated.
All right. All right already. I've got to swing by the storage unit anyway. I'll stop by Dr. Graves' office, see if he could squeeze me in and take a look. Fair?
Fair.
All right. I gotta go. Have a great day.
Love you.
Love you too.
Mr. Wills? Dr. Greaves is ready to see you. Mr. Wills? Mr. Wills? Mr. Wills? Mr. Wills? Dr. Greaves is ready to see you.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, good afternoon, Scott. How's the move going?
Slow and steady, but thankfully, the place is coming along nicely.
Oh, that's good. I'm sorry to lose a patient, but best of luck in your new home.
Thank you.
So what's ailing you today?
I'm actually a little embarrassed to say because it's so minor, but I have this splinter in my foot and...
Oh, nothing to be embarrassed about, Scott. Better to have it looked at than risk infection. Please remove your shoe and sock. Let's take a look. Well, that's in there deep. And based on the look of this foot, it's already infected. How long's it been in there?
Only a few days. Can you get it out?
I think so, but it's not going to be pleasant. I'll numb the area first, and we'll get right to it. Shouldn't take too long.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Christine, can you come here a minute, please?
Yes, doctor.
We're removing a splinter from Mr. Will's foot. I'll need you to hold the leg still for me. Now relax, Scott. It'll only hurt just a little bit. I don't want you kicking me in the head out of reflex.
I can handle it, Doc. I'm a big boy.
I'm sorry, Scott. This splinter's in deeper than I thought.
It feels like you hit the bone.
Scott, I've got some bad news. I'm not going to be able to remove the splinter here. We're going to need to get you to the hospital where I have better equipment. Can you do tomorrow morning?
The hospital for a splinter.
I know, but it's in very deep. And I don't want to risk causing any nerve damage, and I'm not comfortable with the level of infection you seem to have here. I'm going to prescribe some antibiotics for you to take tonight. And we'll put an antiseptic on the wound with a cover-up. I'm going to schedule a light surgery for tomorrow at Mercy and have you in and out in no time.
Oh, what is going on with me? Just breathe.
Hi, this is Teresa, and you've got my voicemail. I promise I'll listen to it later, and I might just call you back. Thanks.
Hey, T. How are you, babe? Just got out of the doctor's office. I'll tell you about it when I get home. I could use a drink. I'm gonna stop by a local watering hole, check it out. Who knows, maybe it becomes our new dive bar. Shouldn't be more than a few hours. I love you. Tell you about everything when I get home. Oh my God, I could use more than one drink.
Hey, you must be the new neighbor.
Hi. Yeah. I'm Teresa Wills.
Solomon. Nice to meet you, Teresa.
Same.
So, Wills, huh? I guess you're related to Margaret?
Yeah, my husband, Scott, is her son.
Oh, I didn't know she had any family. Margaret didn't talk very much, at least not to me. She did seem like she had an awful lot to say, though.
What do you mean?
Well, she'd sit out there practically all day and night, well, just talking up a storm. Sometimes I thought she had company over, but when I peeked over the fence, it was just her, all by her lonesome.
Do you peek over the fence often?
Only when I'm outside.
Solomon, can you tell me anything about Margaret's husband?
Kenny? No, not really. When we moved in, he'd already passed on.
I'm sorry, passed on?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do you mean that he died?
I assumed so. Margaret used to say his name a lot when she was out here talking to herself. I figured she was just conversing with the dead. Not that she was crazy or anything, but, you know, it can bring us comfort. I know I talk to my Annie whenever I visit her plot.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Solomon.
You too, Teresa. Oh, and I'll keep my peeking to a minimum.
You do that.
Howdy. How are you?
You had something to make the pain go away.
Oh, that's all we serve here, son. You got a name?
Scott. Scott Wills.
Wills? You wouldn't happen to be related to Margaret Wills, would you?
I'm her only son.
So sorry to hear of her passing. She was quite well known in this town. I'm Tuck, Scott. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure, Tuck.
How come I haven't seen you before? I know most people around here.
I actually grew up in Maryland with my aunt and uncle. My wife and daughter and myself, we just moved back to town.
Well, welcome home.
You live in this town your whole life, Tuck?
Yes, sir.
You didn't happen to know my father, did you?
Ken Wills? No, not personally. There was a time, though, that he ran things around this town. A lot of people admired that man. Made his fair share of enemies, too.
Really?
Shinkeke. Shut up, Lenny.
Nelache. Nelache neontang. Shinkeke naimtong. Nelache naimtong. Medawa. Esuaskan. Shinkeke. Shinkeke.
What did he just say? No one knows what that old man's talking about. He's a kook.
Where's your bathroom, Tuck?
Down there on the end. Hey, what happened to your leg?
I got a splinter in my foot.
You know, you should just cut it right off.
My foot. Christ, Doc, you're starting to sound like my wife. That's a good one.
This is on the house. And like I said, you should just cut it right off. Thank you for the drink. I have to go home.
been?
I was dozing behind the wheel. Yeah, and the smartest thing I could do was pull over and take some rest.
What? How much did you have to drink?
Where's Livia?
Well, she's in her room, on her phone, of course. How did it go?
Not good. I have to get surgery first thing in the morning.
What? For a splinter?
Mm-hmm. Apparently, it is severely infected. Yeah. And Dr. Graves, he damn near killed me trying to remove it.
Oh my God. Death by Splinter. Oh God. Oh, that'll be a first.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, this thing is really killing me.
Oh. I'm sorry, babe.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are you looking at here anyway?
Oh, I'm just shuffling through all of these old boxes you brought down from the attic. Your mom had quite the collection of old newspapers.
Really? Anything interesting?
Well, I did find something, but I hesitate to show you.
Why?
It's an article about your father. He never left your mom the way we thought. He went missing.
Why would she tell me that he left us?
Well, apparently in the 60s, he was one of the men responsible for the government seizure of this land. They ordered the razing of the entire forest from here to the Delaware River in order to build this community.
You know, Aunt Ginny always told me that he worked in construction. But I had no idea it was for Hackett Works. They're one of the largest developers in the world.
Not only that, the Lenape, they staged a huge protest because the forest was on sacred land. They believed the souls of their ancestors resided in the woods. The project was an affront to the people, and things got ugly really fast. The police tried to disperse the crowds rather violently because they tried to block the bulldozers and the tree cutters from coming in. The leader of the tribe, a shaman named Kion Deshawa, was heard shouting over and over in his native tongue at the crew, and he refused to budge from the path. He was hit and killed by a truck that didn't brake for him. His people believed he cursed anyone responsible for the destruction of the land. Apparently, the majority of this community is built from the trees they tore down. A lot of the men on the project moved their families here. When your father went missing, the police suspected foul play, but no one was ever arrested. Now, here's the really, really weird part. He's not the only one who's mysteriously gone missing in this town.
I need to get some rest.
Hun, are you okay? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spring this on you.
It's not you. It's just a lot to take in. If this is true, then I've been lied to. I always thought my father was just a deadbeat. And now I come to learn that he was either partially or fully responsible for an atrocity in this town's history. Possibly murdered because of it. It is just a lot to take in. I need a good night's sleep.
Yeah, you look, really worn out.
My head is throbbing, and my back is so stiff that I feel like an old man.
I'll call the office tomorrow in the morning and let them know I'll be late so I can drive you to the hospital, okay?
Okay. Thank you. I'll see you in the morning.
Love you, babe.
Love you too. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't let him come home with me. Not ever. Promise me, Jim. I can't explain it. I can't explain it.
I'm sorry, son.
guys watching this at night too? Bad life choices.
last thing I want to do is have Olivia think that something like that could happen to us.
It won't. Hey, Mr. Benson, this is Teresa Wills. I'm gonna be a little late today. I have to take my husband to the hospital for emergency surgery. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I'll still have my phone on me so you guys can reach me if you need me, okay? All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Scott? Scott? Liv, have you seen your dad?
Oh.
All right, kid, you gotta get up. You're gonna be late for school, and I have to take Dad to the hospital.
What?
Poor Scott. If only his mother hadn't lied to him. You know, we tend to put our faith in people who don't deserve it. We give them our trust and we just take advantage of it. You trust anyone, Jack?
My head hurts.
I asked you a question, Jack. Do you trust anyone?
I trust my friend Cody.
But you shouldn't. Trust is what creates the con men of the world. Men like Carl McGavin.
Do you see? It's just like I told you.
I see, dear, but Miss Olson, please wait inside. Sometimes these entities demonstrate a particular aggressiveness towards the owner of the home. I need to handle this alone.
What could I have done to make it angry?
I don't know, dear, but please wait inside. Negative energy may not stay. I release it and send it on its way. Negative energy, I banish thee. And is my word, so mote it be.
Done, Mr. McGavin? Is it gone?
I think that should just about do it, Miss Olson. I warded off the spirit. It was powerful, but I don't think it'll be bothering you any longer.
No more flickering lights? No more chilling?
And protection from some dark forces.
Of course. You are a brave man, Mr. McGavin. Doing the Lord's work is something you should be very proud of. It was $800, you say?
Yes, ma'am.
God bless you, Mr. McGavin.
Same to you.
Darling, I know it's you I'll follow across oceans and mountains unknown. I think back to when the night we first met, the cold air was pulling us close. Oh, 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 it's your light that drove me.
Yeah, put me down for 500, Charlie. Yeah, I got the money. I just got done cleansing another house. No, just a nice old lady with a loose plug and an open window haunting her. All right, then. See you on Friday. McGavin Paranormal Investigations, LLC. How can I help you?
Mr. McGavin, my name is Heather Freeling. I got your number from a newspaper ad. I think there's a ghost in my house.
Well, Miss Freeling?
Mrs.
Well, Mrs. Freeling, you called the right investigator. Now, what makes you think you have a ghost in the house?
My daughter and I have both experienced some very unusual things. Books flying off shelves, doors slamming, strange noises.
It sounds like you got a poltergeist, Mrs. Freeling. How soon can I come by and do a walkthrough and an assessment?
As soon as you can, Mr. McGavin, please. We're terrified.
Well, I should mention that I utilize some very specialized equipment. The work that's required to do a thorough investigation is quite involved. I might need to...
How much will it be, Mr. McGavin?
$1,000, ma'am.
$1,000?
Yes, but that covers a full investigation of the property, a detection of her presence, a classification of the entity, removal and/or dispersal, and finally a protection spell.
A spell? Mr. McGavin, can you really help us?
Mrs. Freeling, if anyone can help you, it's Colin McGavin. Mrs. Freeling?
Mr. McGavin, please come in.
Oh, hello. I'm Colin McGavin.
Hi, I'm Carolyn. Are there really ghosts in my house?
Well, that's what I'm here to find out, little lady.
Can we get started?
Absolutely. How long have you been experiencing these strange types of occurrences, Mrs. Freeling?
It's been about 3 months now. It started a few weeks after we buried my husband.
Oh, my sincere condolences.
Thank you. Harry's death was a shock, and it's been especially hard on Carolyn losing her father. She was in the car with him during the crash. They were very close. These unexplained events have only exacerbated the situation. She's been incredibly stressed. We both have.
Well, these kinds of visits immediately following the death of a loved one are commonplace when the family refuses to let go of those memories.
Wait. Are you suggesting this is my late husband haunting us? He loved his family dearly. Why would he frighten us this way?
I'm not suggesting anything, Mrs. Freeling. You forget that I even mentioned it. Where did the paranormal activity occur?
Most recently was in Carolyn's bedroom. Before that, it happened in here and once in the kitchen. Every time, Carolyn seems to be the focus of the attacks.
I'll start in the kitchen. Heather, do you mind if I call you Heather? It might be best if you and Carolyn wait outside. If this spirit is after her, I'd rather go in alone. You know, for your safety and hers. I've seen some entities get very aggressive when I begin the removal process.
We'll wait on the porch. everything all right, Mr. McGavin?
This poltergeist is not too happy about me being here, but I know precisely how to handle it. So you two, please, remain outside until I'm done.
Negative energy may not stay. I release it and send it on its way. Negative energy, I banish thee. And is my word, so mote it be.
Heather, Carolyn, you can come back in now. Your home has been cleansed.
My mother's lamp!
I'm sorry, ma'am. Your unwanted guest tried desperately to frighten me off and hold on to your home. But what it didn't anticipate was someone who knows how to handle these particular types of home invasions.
How can you be sure it's gone for good?
Well, ma'am, I utilize the full force of the Holy Spirit, along with these protective crystals, a smug stick or two, some hoodoo candles. The final protection spell helps to close the door on any possible return. But here's the most important part. You need to let go of the grief of your husband's passing.
What? But it's only been a few months.
I understand, ma'am, but sometimes holding on to those painful memories manifests visitation from the recently deceased. I'm not saying it's him, but what I'm saying is maybe it's time that you move on.
Mr. McGavin, whatever you think this is, I thank you. But I will not be forgetting my husband so soon, and neither will Carolyn. Here's your check.
Mrs. Freeling, Carolyn, have a nice day.
Everything's gonna be all right now, honey. Mr. McGavin said the spirit is gone. Can you help me get things cleaned up?
Sure.
McGavin Paranormal Investigations, LLC.
Mr. McGavin, it's Heather Freeling. It's happening again, worse than before. I thought you said it was gone.
Now, Mrs. Freeling, I told you what might happen if you refuse to let go of your grief. Your husband is tormenting you because you will not move on.
That's just it. I did what you suggested. For the first time since he passed, I started packing away his things. That's when it returned with a fury.
Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Freeling. There are no refunds. But if you'd like to schedule another appointment, I can do a more intensive examination of the premises for an additional $1,200.
We can't afford another dime, Mr. McGavin. We asked for your help, and now we're scared for our lives.
Mrs. Freeling, I did what I could do for you. Now you're going to have to come to the realization that there are no such things as ghosts. Could you please go over the cleansing packages with these folks?
Sure. All right, guys.
McGavin Paranormal Investigations Incorporated, how can I help you?
Hello, Mr. McGavin. My name is Charlene McGee. I was told you could help me with a haunting problem.
Yes, Mrs.? It's a Mrs.?
Miss.
Ms. McGee. Yes, I could schedule our team for an assessment.
Actually, Mr. McGavin, I was hoping it would only be you.
I don't do these investigations alone anymore, Ms. McGee. It's just too much gear and...
I'll pay you $2,000. Cash.
$1,000. What's your address? Okay. All right. Got it. I can get there in an hour.
Mr. McGavin?
Yes.
Please come in.
Thank you. You wouldn't happen to have any coffee brewing, would you, Miss McGee?
I'm afraid not. Could we just get on with this, please? It's been an awful experience, and I'd really like it over as soon as possible.
Sure. Tell me a little bit about what you've been experiencing.
Very unusual things. Books flying off the shelves, doors slamming, strange noises.
Classic poltergeist haunting. You mind if I take a look around?
Not at all.
Please, wait down there. Sometimes these things become a little aggressive when
you begin the removal process?
Yes. Exactly. Where did the last incident occur?
Just down the hall. Do you see Mr. McGavin?
I see.
Miss McGee! Miss McGee! Open the door! Come on, Miss McGee! Let me out! Miss McGee!
Mr. McGavin, are you all right?
Let me out! Let me out of here! Let me out!
Mr. McGavin, do something!
I don't know what to do!
What do you mean you don't know what to do?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. I don't know.
Do you mean there are no such things as ghosts?
Oh, you.
My name is Carolyn Freeling. You came to my home 10 years ago. You broke a few things, took my mother's money, and told her to forget about my dead father. A truly professional service, Mr. McGavin.
What is this?
After we lost my father, something strange happened. My severe depression and anxiety triggered sensations that I'd never felt before. Every time that I thought of Dad, I started to notice objects moving around on their own. Just recklessly and aimlessly flying across the room. It was the most frightening thing I'd ever experienced. Mom and I were sure the house was haunted. And when my mother called you, and you offered your help, we thought we'd found the answer. Finally. Someone who would know what was happening and why it was happening to us. You told my mother that her grief had caused all of it. That somehow, her pain had opened a doorway into the afterlife, and my dad had just stepped through to punish us for not letting go of him. You lied to us, Mr. McGavin. A few days after your visit, my mother packed away every last memory of my father. All his photographs, his clothing, his personal belongings. I was furious. How could you try to erase him from our lives?
Carolyn, I'm sorry.
Haunting started again, but this time with a hellish intensity, and while trying to save me from the chaos of it all, my mother was crushed under the weight of a falling bookcase.
There are no such things as ghosts!
This is not your father, baby.
Mom, is Mr. McGavin coming? What did he say?
He said there's no such thing as ghosts, okay? Come on!
Mom?
When I saw her lying there, lifeless, I screamed. A deep, guttural scream. And the truth was revealed. I'm a telekinetic, Mr. McGavin. Everything that happened was because my emotions were controlling my power. Yeah, we had no idea. How could we? My mother trusted you. She believed in you. But you treated us like just another con job. And my mother died because of it. Now, your con man days are over.
What is it, Jack?
It's the man from the movie!
I need to go home.
Now, Jack. There's still one more short story to watch. And this theater is so close to feeling like its old self again. Besides, this next short is all about your little friend right there. And you just might recognize the star of the film.
He's living in a fantasy land, and I'm sick of it. Why doesn't he just do what he's told?
Let me talk to him.
Talk all you want. I don't want to see his face for the rest of the night. You understand me?
Jack! You need to listen to Joseph. There are rules in this house. You know that. Let me see your eye.
It's fine.
You shouldn't make him angry. You know how he gets.
I know.
Go to bed. Don't come out until breakfast. Just let your father cool down.
He's not my father.
He is now.
want your news sugar-coated, when you don't want your news opinionated, when you want the facts, just the facts, and only the facts, you want Facts News. That's right, Facts News with 5-time Emmy Award-winning veteran news anchor Joe Capitello. And his co-anchor, former Miss America, Aaron Wilcox. Broadcast from beautiful downtown Jersey City, unbiased, unfiltered, you're watching.
In Jersey City. Henry Benson, founder and CEO of Benson Shipping, was found murdered.
Didn't your mother tell you to stay out of my sight until tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, here you stand. Troublemaker. Just looking for trouble. Come here!
Jack?
Yeah?
He's gone to work. Come and get some breakfast.
Okay, I'll be right down.
You're walking. Oh, cool.
You know, Jack, when your father died, I was in shock. I thought we were gonna grow old together. And then he was gone. And suddenly, I was left with all these problems. We were already behind in the mortgage. There were car payments, property taxes. There was you.
Me? You think I'm a problem?
No. I couldn't do it alone. I just couldn't. Joseph is taking care of us now.
Why do you let him hit me?
Clean up and get ready for school. We're gonna be late.
Jack, you see my pliers?
No.
No. Because if I found out you went in my toolbox and took them without asking me...
Leave him be, Joe.
Excuse me? Excuse me!
Heel.
You lied to me, Jack. Son, how many times do I have to teach you about lying? When are you gonna understand that I will not tolerate it in this house?
I'm not your son.
Is dinner ready yet, Carol? You know, there's plenty of ways I can get my message through to you, Jack. Some kids, they have thick skin. Sometimes the belt just leaves a mark, but not an impression.
No! Stop! Dinner's on his heel, Joseph!
No dinner for you tonight, kid. Touch my tools again, and I'll be sure to leave another impression on you, or at the very least, a mark. Move.
Today.
Yes? Can I help you?
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Agent Smith, and this is Agent Jones. Is your son Jack at home?
Jack? How do you know my son?
Well, we found this in the woods near the crater of that meteorite crash that happened a couple days ago. And you're the closest house to the site. Did you see anything?
No, I didn't. I heard it come down. Call the police.
We'd like to speak to your son, Mrs. Capek.
You know my name?
Look, there's no need to be startled, ma'am. We just need to know if Jack was up at the site after the crash. Meteorites can be highly radioactive.
Meteorites aren't radioactive. It's a myth.
Oh, hello, Jack. You're a smart boy, aren't you?
He reads a lot.
Jack, were you at the crash site? Did you see something in the woods up there?
Nope.
Found your hat up there, champ. We thought you might have been exposed to some dangerous materials or gases. And I'll bet you were scared.
I wasn't up there that night. I lost that hat a long time ago.
Really? Okay. Well, here's my card in case. You know, just in case.
Check contact.
Thank you for cooperating.
Where'd you come from, robot? Far away, I bet. I wish I could go there.
wish I could live there.
I got a visit at work today from an Agent Smith and an Agent Jones, asking me questions about that crash up at the Ridge. Apparently, looking for witnesses.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Huh. I bet they were here earlier today, too.
Yeah, they mentioned that, yeah. They mentioned they met Jack, too.
They found his hat.
His hat? Found it where, Carol?
On the Ridge.
Cool him down here.
Jack!
I hate him so much. I wish he were dead.
You know, that boy knows something he's not telling us.
That he's being abused?
Oh, there's no question about that. But he knows something about that site. And there's something else going on inside that house.
How should we proceed?
We sit tight, and we keep our eyes peeled.
They asked me about the bruises on his arms, Carol. What the hell did you tell them?
I didn't tell them anything. They just wanted to know if he'd been in the woods, if he'd seen anything.
Yeah, Mom?
You little shit! What were you doing up on that crash site? What the hell did you tell those vets?
Nothing!
Nothing? I will whip your little ass, Jack!
I'm not lying!
That's it. Let's move in.
Jesus Christ, Jack! Is that your toy? He killed Joseph!
Agent Jones, do you see this?
Yes, sir.
Call it in.
Dear God, help us.
Jack? Jack?
Oh, hey.
Have you seen my friend Jack?
Jack? No, I'm afraid I haven't. But I have a better question for you. Have you seen any good movies lately?
Who do you think makes it out alive? Drop your predictions before it's too late. Comment below.